With us, a very delighted Lou Macari. Lou, relieved, I would imagine.
Oh, very much so. When you finish third, I think you can only have disappointment if you don't get up, and the fear of that happening was something I didn't want to experience. And after having witnessed the losing team last night, Gillingham, and how it affected them, I dreaded to think what would happen to our lads. I mean, they were really down, and yet they come in the back door through finishing 9 points behind us.
It is fair to say, though, isn't it, that it draws the crowd, the competition. I mean, there was a great crowd last night.
It draws the crowd, but I'm not so sure that the crowd go there to enjoy the game the way they have done ordinary league matches. I think the tension's the same in amongst them as it is with myself and the players. And after having experienced it this year, not because not because we're up now, but I wouldn't like to go through it again. I'm relieved it's all over, and I'm quite sure all our supporters are, and everyone connected with the club.
Is it a fair system? Because I know, for instance, Oldham, they actually weren't out of the top three all the time. Yeah. Yourselves, you finished third, 9 points, I think, above Gillingham, and here you were battling it out.
I agreed with the system before, we get involved, because I thought, well, it's going to keep football going towards the end of the season, and it's going to bring in big crowds, which it has done. But having been there and witnessed it, firsthand, I must honestly say I wish they'd just do away with it and let the 46 league games in the third division determine who's going to go up and who's going to go down. What
about the physical toll? Is there a higher physical toll? I mean, it obviously goes on later into the season.
Well, it definitely is with the players, and I'm not in the best of conditions this morning, and that's nothing to do with a late night. Over the last couple of weeks, it's been hectic, to say the least. The thought of not getting there after being up there all season, it takes it out of you, I'm afraid.
Well, we've talked about the tension and things for you. What about the other line that the Football League said was that the finance side of it was going to improve, it would help clubs?
Yeah, well, it hasn't helped us, because we only get 25% of each game, and once you take off expenses, there's not much left there. As a matter of fact, when we played in the first game at Wigan, there was a reasonable crowd, and I think out of it we get 3,000 quid. Well, that's not enough to pay my wages.
Or your expenses.
No.
Lou, I must ask you this. Are you going to try and do a Dave Bassett? You've now gone up in a couple of successive seasons. First division.
I think those are, fairy tales that happen every so often, and it's happened with Dave Bassett don't forget, over a period, I think, of 10 years or 11 years. If you could do it in 10 or 11 years, fine, but in quick succession, it's almost impossible.
OK, so next season, second division football for you at Swindon. Looking forward to that, then, I guess.
If we can dig our feet in the second division and stay there, I think that's the main thing at the moment.
Can I just quickly turn to Scotland? Billy McNeill, I've read a couple of papers this morning that say that he's been a failure in England, and now he's going to Scotland. How do you feel about that?
Well, he's taken on, a difficult task at the moment, because he's got, obviously, Rangers to compete with, and they've got plenty of money to buy new players, and even after having won the championship, they want to spend more money to bring in more players. And Celtic, for some reason, just don't have that money available. And, it's like in any football job. If you've got the ammunition to buy players, then you can improve your team. If you've not, it's a bit of an uphill struggle, and I still think he might have an uphill struggle at Celtic. OK, well, thanks very much, Lou, for coming. I know you've only had a couple of hours sleep, but thank you very much. Congratulations, anyway. And, of course, commiserations to Gillingham.